Code blue. Code blue. Sala blue. Where you there now? Where you
The country is in a disaster.
Emergency, emergency. Emergency. Ah, the country is in the disaster. Oh.
Who they rule this country?
I tell you, stop worshiping the politicians. They are all liars.
What are you talking about? Which politicians are liars?
All of them. Obi is a liar. Tinubu is corrupt. Atiku is very too. All of them. Okay.
Don't argue with me. This is my show. Okay? This is my show. I don't allow anybody to defend my show. This is my show. Okay? You can get the heck out of this room. Baba, this is my show. Get the heck out of this room. I don't have to my duty.
I am saying it categorically. All of them are liars. All of them are thieves. Abba!
Code blue. Sala blue. Where you there now? Where you
The country is in a disaster.
Emergency. Emergency. Ah, the country is in the disaster. Oh.
Who they rule this country?
I tell you, stop worshiping the politicians. They are all liars.
What are you talking about? Which politicians are liars?
All of them. Obi is a liar. Tinubu is corrupt. Atiku is very too. All of them. Okay.
Don't argue with me. This is my show. Okay? This is my show. I don't allow anybody to defend my show. This is my show. Okay? You can get the heck out of this room. Baba, this is my show. Get the heck out of this room. I don't have to my duty.
I am saying it categorically. All of them are liars. All of them are thieves. Abba!
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing, everybody? Okay. This is another episode of Code Blue, Sala Blue. It's Code Blue in Nigeria. Okay. Of course, this is a code for emergency, and it's already emergency in Nigeria. Either you are for or not for the protest that is being planned or not planned. It is code blue in Nigeria, wherever you are standing from and you are watching from. This is code blue in Nigeria, and this is Sala Blue. Yeah, today we are on it again. Okay, to fire at all cylinder. Okay, on this issue of the planned protest or the unplanned protest. I don't know what to call this one. You know, whether this one get planned, I mean, don't get planned. Nobody sabi. Even the leadership of this protest cannot even come out with a single plan. What in the world is going on, people? Are we not supposed to be one of the smartest nations in the world? Nigeria. I can't believe anyone is behind this shambolic idea that doesn't have any agenda, no leadership. And Peter Obi, that is supposed to take up the leadership mantle, is hiding behind one finger. All right, guys. Today, we shall be talking about the backlash. Okay? The backlash effect of the comments made in a brief interview segment conducted by Peter Obi and his main man in Abia State, Alex Otti. These two actually faced the press after having a brief meeting, okay, in response to whatever the youths are planning or whatever the youths are railing about, but uncoordinated plan for a protest, that has no basic agenda. So the first one here that I'm going to share with you comes from Aisha Yesufu. Of course, Aisha Yesufu was reacting to that same interview. But before I read to you some of the things that Aisha Yesufu actually said, let me play that video to you. As they were just coming out from that particular interview, both of them actually spoke to the press. Listen, please.
On issue of protest, within the Nigerian constitution, protest is allowed. All I plead for those who are protesting is to do so within the law and in a civil manner that allows us of the nation to show that we live within the law.
Okay, I will pause it right there. Do you know why I'm going to do that? Because this is exactly what Salabu have been saying. This is what I've been saying. That we have the rights embedded in our constitution to protest. But it's just that you cannot go above and beyond what is written in the constitution. The moment you go out there and become destructive, you are no longer protesting. That is riot. That is a different name to it. And if that riot is channeled towards removing the regime or a particular government, that is also called insurrection. It's all illegal, and you will face the consequence. You will face the consequence. Okay? That is exactly what I mean. Your leader here, Peter Obi, has not said anything different from what I have been telling you guys. But then, what just happened? You do not only attack me, but you also attack Peter Obi, your own primate leader. What kind of world are we living in right now? Our young people are just losing it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, they have good reasons for losing it, but it's just that they have to lose their shit in the right way, not like this. Look, I will let you listen to the rest of the video.
You know, everybody knows the things that are difficult. I always say when they talk about sponsors of the protest, I say the sponsors are very simple. It's hunger. It's hopelessness among the youths.
Okay, I'll stop it again right there. That is not how it works, Mr. Obi, Honorable Obi, Your Excellency, Peter Obi. This is not how it works, and you know that. Stop fooling yourselves and stop fooling your supporters or your listeners, okay? Yeah, the motive, okay, is different from leadership. But I know you are not that stupid, okay? So the same thing Omoyele Sowore paraded, okay? Trying to make it sound that the sponsor and the leadership of this protest is hunger. Who do you think believes that foolery? Who is dumb enough to believe that foolery? We need a leadership. We need a face for this protest. Don't come up and tell us the sponsor is hunger. That is the motive. It's different. Yes, complete different between these two. Don't mix it up together. Don't mess up everything all up together. We are smarter than that. Listening to you makes us feel like we are foolish, but we are not. Try to differentiate between motives and leadership. Does this protest have leaders or not? Does it have a face or not? Does it have a sponsor or not? That is the question we are asking. So that if it does have leadership, if it has face, if it has sponsors, we will be confident in following you guys. Don't come up and tell us that if the sponsor, the leadership of this protest is hunger. No, that is the reason behind it. Two different things. You know, you don't have to go to college to spot that difference. The motives, the reason behind the protest is hunger in the nation and all this struggling in the nation that we are not getting support for from the government. But don't come out and say stupid shit like this.
It's hunger.
Like this.
It's hope.
Yeah? Like
Everybody knows the things that are difficult. I always say when they talk about sponsors of the protest, I say the sponsors are very simple. It's hunger.
That's bull, that's BS. Okay? That's complete BS. The sponsor of this protest is hunger. Do not say things shitty like that. Okay? I want to hear you tell us that you are one of the sponsors of this protest. Why is he chickening out? Why is he being a coward here? And guess what? This is exactly why this particular nonsense he said here is facing backlash from the Obidients, because they expected this man here that I have been telling you all along that he is a coward to actually take up the mantle, the responsibility to take the lead here. But what did he do? What did he do? He threw everybody else under the bus, telling us that the sponsor of this protest is hunger. No, hunger is the reason for the protest. The sponsor must be a human face behind it, a true leader behind it. And he just gave up that opportunity here. Give up that responsibility of picking up that mantle to lead this protest. I do not see anything wrong in protesting the Nigerians. Just hear me out. I do not see, or I have not said a single thing against a protest against Tinubu government. But it's just that you guys are going about it in completely shambolic, unreasonable way. And no one, even though we expect them to rise up to the occasion, none of them are able to confidently come out and say boldly that I am a true leader and I am leading this protest, even though we expect them to step up and become a true leader. As usual, they let you all down. And then you are making it all about Sala Blue. It's never about me. It's just me asking the right questions that you fail to ask. Don't be follow, and follow like zombie when no get brain. Okay? Always follow with your brain and ask questions. Tell me, tell me, what is wrong with Peter Obi coming out and saying, I am one of the leader of this protest? Tell me what is wrong with that. As a follower, tell me if you demand that, what is wrong? And that's why, for the first time, I love some of these Obidients who come out and say, you know what? Peter Obi let us down here. Why would you be saying the sponsor of this protest is hunger? No, it's not. It's the motive and it's the reason behind it. The sponsor must be a true leader. And you rejected that opportunity. Always hiding behind one finger, hiding his face when we needed him most. This is not a leader. This is not a leader. This is just shambolic. And some of you who follow this charade are just doing so at your own peril, following him like a moronic zombie without no brain. And some of you who are riled up about these protests, you should be very careful. Try and go back to wherever your brain is being imprisoned and get it back fast so that you can use it. If Peter Obi cannot assume the position of leadership for this proposed project or protest, then I say he's not a true leader. He has let everyone down.
It's hopelessness among the youths. So we all have to listen to what Nigerians are going through. And I thank our governor for doing so. It is critical and important. Okay. Well, what I said to security agencies is that we will then ensure that they manage the situation again within the law. We should not try to be overbearing. It should be something that we do within the law. There's nothing wrong. Protest is allowed everywhere globally. And I also say people protest in my house.
Okay, we do understand that. Okay, we understand that, the law and the security outfit has to stick to the rule. No party, either from the protesters or the police or the military or whatever, comes out to defend the nation on that. Some people who are intending to riot should do it exactly by the rule. Do not attack the protesters if they are protesting peacefully. But how sure are we that these guys will protest peacefully? Oh, that is coming later. Okay? Listen.
And it's for us to listen to those who are protesting. Why are they protesting? Engage them. That's what governance is all about. You talk with them. There's nothing wrong in that. I was governor for years and people protested.
It will be very, very unfair to say.
Okay, before I go to what Alex Otti said in this brief interview, let me say, I feel you, Obidients, why you are greatly disappointed that Peter Obi did not take up mantle to actually lead this particular protest. Because that's what I was expecting. As a matter of fact, I called him out severally on my previous shows that Peter Obi should come out openly and assume the position of leadership for this protest. Not just that. On that day, he should be at the forefront of that protest. But you don't think I know what I'm doing when I called him out? I knew the guy is a coward. He's not going to do it. No, that's not how he rolled. People like this rolled based on whatever other people are able to sacrifice or do for them. I will remind you again, as much as you hate Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he was in the forefront of all the protests he organized. All. Name one protest that Bola Ahmed Tinubu helped organize, but he sits back at home while people are doing his bidding. No, he always come out in front of it. The same we remember of Azikwe. The same we remember of Awolowo and all other who has actually fought for something in this country. Yes, I knew that about Showore. Omoyele Showore always push himself out and he's always stand in front of protests. That is not the problem I have with him. My problem with him is always his agenda. His agenda. That is another topic for the day, for another day. And you can go and listen to my past and previous railing about Omoyele Showore. I don't have to talk about the guy again today. Now, listen on and see and hear what they are attacking Alex Otti for.
I was governor for years and people protested.
It will be very, very unfair to say that things are not difficult now. Things are very difficult. Hunger is real, and that is true. But how do you solve the problem? The problem we find ourselves in the country today is economic. And will I say that we are actually paying the price for bad governance that didn't start today? First of all, for you to organize protest, the law requires that you get approval from the security forces, particularly the police. And somebody should take responsibility for getting that approval. So if you don't have the approval, then it will be against the law for you to go out on the streets to protest. So my final word is that people should think about the implications of pouring out on the streets and restricting movement of other people and possibly inflicting harm and more hardship on the people. For people in Abia, my advice is that people should not pour out on the streets because it may be more hurtful than the protest that the reason for the protest that people are calling for. That would be my final word. Thank you very much.
Do you guys notice how uncomfortable Peter Obi was when he mentioned that people of Abia should not come out to the street? Like, does he really have to say that beside me right now? Come on, what's wrong with you, man? Look, you can smell and notice this confusion all over the place. And so, for the interview you just heard, they are attacking Alex Otti and Peter Obi. But Alex Otti the more, because he completely come out openly against this protest. And so, to this, your favorite, Yesufu. People just always ask me why I always call it Yesufu. Can you not see it? You can read Aisha Yesufu. Aisha Yesufu wrote, "Dear Alex Otti, citizens do not need approval from security agencies to protest. They do. Not clear approval, but they have to write, okay, and ask for, a sort of a permission to use, their forum in a particular segment of the street, so that way the security outfit will be prepared. Okay, it is lawful thing that you write your intention and apply to security, especially the police. They have to be aware of it. Yes, practically, technically, maybe not seek approval. It's not about approval, but the both party, security agencies and the police, all the police and the protesters have to agree upon dates set, have to agree upon agendas, have to agree upon who the leaders are. So Aisha Yesufu may have said this out of the idea that he know what she's saying, but she's misleading a lot of things here. Okay? Citizens can protest anytime, any day. But if it's going to be a nationwide protest as they announce it to be, the police has to know about it, know the leaders. Okay? And the idea is not simply because police knows the leader, they are going to be at differences on that day. No. The idea is that so that the police will provide support, security outfit to back those leaders or whatever they intend to do, to make sure that nobody is infiltrating it. But when you go about planning a protest without informing the police, what are you planning really? Peaceful protest? That's not how it works. Because you must have police in the street backing you up. That's how it works. Of course, we do not say that police always come out to back you up, but they must know. They must know about it. Know the leaders, know the agendas, know the streets you are taking over, and all that is needed to be known. Now, what they need to do is notify the security agencies 48 hours before the protest, so that the security agencies will have adequate time to prepare and protest the protesters. Not in the case of a nationwide protest. Please, stop misleading everybody. Okay? If you rile up the nation, as far as everybody talking about it, the police should have known your agenda by now. You are being disingenuous, telling everyone that you have to wait 48 hours before the agenda is known. And trust me, believe me, in 48 hours, less than 48 hours, in 12 hours to that protest, nobody is coming out to take responsibility. I believe that. Except Aisha Yesufu is telling us now that he is one of the leading party of this protest and is willing to reach out to the police in 48 hours before the protest. Unless she's saying that, but I'm pretty sure that's not what she's saying. And she's not willing, just like Peter Obi did not take up the mantle of leadership of this protest. all of them has been hiding. Now, secondly, your citizens in Abia State coming out to protest means they believe in you and want to air their grievance to you and what you should do. Like, I don't understand this. That what you should do, like Mr. Peter Obi, I thought he is Excellency. Anyway, Mr. Peter Obi, standing beside you, said is to meet with them and dialogue with them. Look. The citizens of Abia States are coming out to protest who? Against who? No, if things are terrible in Abia State and they are coming out, if they have a governor, is the governor not part of the government? Oh, suddenly now you exonerate him because he's Labour Party? And this is what I keep telling people. You do not have a clue how your government works. You don't. You don't. Because in reality, if the citizens of Abia State are coming out to protest, the governor of this state is also a target of the protest. As a matter of fact, he should be one of the main target of the protest. Because the person who is representing you guys in that state is the governor, not the president. You can make all your grievances about the president, all you care, but that is not how things works. Because Alex Otti cannot come out beating his chest that he hasn't collected allocations, federal allocations in billions of naira from Tinubu's government. If he can say that, I bet you I'll be the first person to join the citizens of Abia State in protesting against President Tinubu. But trust me, it's never about that. It's always about these governors taking these monies from the federal government and doing nothing with it. Alex Otti is owing workers for 7 months. Why is that? Somebody explain, why is that? You like to sing his praises because he's a Labour Party governor, but you're not telling yourselves the truth here. Just like any other governors, he's taking billions from the federal government. He's not rejecting this money because Tinubu is APC and he's from Labour Party. No. But you would never see a Sufu ask citizens of each state to challenge their governors. Because what they want to make this about is about Tinubu. Imagine one of the agendas in this stupid protest plan is Tinubu should resign. Really? Really? How does that fix hunger? Tinubu resigning. We all know that is selfish, that is partisan, that is completely political agenda. And that has no business in my book. So, look, I'm not going to waste my whole segments reading something written by Aisha Yusuf. Yeah, he has fought in the past for good things, for good causes, like bring back our girls, and the End SARS movement. But right now, as an activist, I do not do party. And that's exactly what she's doing that is really pissing people like me off. So now, you go on now attacking Peter Obi. Huh? Because he hasn't come out openly to support this, to be the leader of this protest. And then you are attacking Alex Otti for disapproving protest. But I don't see anything different from the two. He's a governor of a state. If his state is having a problem, that is not because of Tinubu, that is because of him. Unless he come out now and say he has not gotten anything from Tinubu. If he hasn't gotten paid any allocation from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then fine, I will accept that. But he won't say that because he has got paid a lot of billions of naira. So what has he done for his state? with that billions of naira he has received from the federal government. Just like I'm asking here from all the governors to explain to their citizens the money they got from palliatives and billions of dollars they got from federal allocations, what have they done with it? Stop making things about the federal government. Challenge your states. There's a particular governor now dancing around as if to say, this is the reason why he was elected. I don't want to see your moves. I don't care about things like that. I care about what you do for people in your state. Okay? That will be another day to see your dancing steps. But now we want to see what you can actually accomplish for your state. So I am asking now, people of Osun State, what are you demanding for your dancing governor? What have you demanded from your dancing governor? To dance? To show his moves? To see how good he is to sing and dance to Davido's song? That's why you elected him? Can you be that deluded and not demand the needful from this governor that chooses to dance around rather than building the state? There are many like this particular governor who have done nothing. While we are hearing Borno State governor distributing palliatives, so many other governors distributing palliatives, even some PDP governors distributing palliatives and making life at ease for their citizens in different states. Some governors have done nothing, absolutely nothing. And yet, you make this about federal government? Every time you do this, you are giving these governors a leeway to do whatever they found deemed fit with your deluded ass. And that's why you ain't getting nothing. Because you made yourself so easy to be cheated. To be cheated. Now, come to think of it, the police just arrested one of these deluded protesters or proposed protesters who has been going around claiming to be willing to burn shit down. Here you go with my next video.
What's your name? Suleiman what? Are you the one that made that post on TikTok? What do you write? What do you post on TikTok? What do you talk?
I post on Monday. We go come up for protest. We go bomb filling station. Bomb all this employment.
Then what about you? Not talk about police station and.
I thought if police kill our men, then we go bomb police station and soldier by.
Now then you and who now been they talk this thing when I say now we do. How many of you now want come up for the protest? Go bomb. Nah lie. You must get boys with you. We say you know, don't know say you know say after I watched the video you thought say men must be active and men must fall out. So those men will go fall out now. I want to know.
No, I just do them because of.
You don't want to tell me now.
No, I do them because of dollars.
You go tell me all the people wey na dey plan to go burn station and all this thing.
My friend called me that, do I know that this thing I post will implicate me?
So you don't implicate you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But he's still there now.
No, I can't say yes, wait till you talk now. Immediately, I go my TikTok and.
So, listen, you expect this guy to lead your protest, the day of rage? This is one of the leaders. I'm guessing, maybe I'm wrong, but you expect to follow this guy? This loser? Really? Okay, I'll just let you watch and enjoy.
But it's already circulating now.
Yes, That's why. But me, I didn't do it with
You will tell us all the people will be saying that they plan to go born. You will tell me. Don't worry.
His video garnered millions of views on all social media. And you know how many people already follow that, with banter that they will go up on filling stations and police stations. This is what I was telling you guys. This is exactly what I was telling you. Look, I'm pretty sure this guy is insignificant. He is completely insignificant. But here is the core of this matter. There are some out there that are significantly powerful groups that are vowed to destroy government infrastructure. I told you about that. I alerted you about that. I warned you about people like this. And I will keep saying the same thing, even if that day comes and you all flock yourself into the street. I will never stop saying the same thing. Okay? Because my platform is not just to go after oppressors, bad leadership. It's also to share some warnings about people who are misleading you guys online to do what you cannot, in your right sense, do in expectation that you will get anything sensible out of it. So he was picked up, arrested. And so the only popularity he's getting now is smelling his one chances going down in flame and go to prison. Unbelievable. How did we get here? That we have to listen to someone like this. How is that even possible? As in, what credentials has this guy possessed to have the audacity to think he can move people to do what he's advising or encouraging? I will let you see some of his video that he actually posts.
Mo go attack all those big men for that Rayfield side. You get my point, ba? All those Atiku and the rest. This bad government, ba, we must end down. Monday, no going back. 6 sharp. Men are outside. Men must they act. Mo go attack all those big men.
I'm sorry,
For that
OGM News or Sala Blue is not trying to encourage some of the things that this shitty idiot is saying here. Okay? But we just have to let you know some of the things he has said in the past. And there's one response in particular that I want to play to you guys from Very Dark Man. Now, listen to the video from the beginning.
Guys, I think on Monday we should start by burning down all the useless filling stations in Jos North, Jos South, Jos East, Jos West. Then the following day, we should move to the bigger markets in Jos. Market like Enkwali, Terminus, and the rest. We will get those ones to burn down.
Just so you know, guys, he is not the only one among these protesters or these proposed protesters that is planning to do this shitty thing, to burn filling station, burn police station, and burn marketplaces. Literally suggesting attacking regular Nigerians. I mean, burning filling station is gonna help who? Burning marketplaces where regular market women and petty traders are trying to make ends meet is gonna help who? Burning police station is gonna help who? The only help that burning any police station will do is to help the criminals who will go on a spree robbing people. And the only assistance burning marketplace is going to do for anyone is for thieves robbers who will go on a spree looting these market women, market traders. And I told you all about this. Even before this fool was caught by the police, I've warned you about this. Go on, listen, please.
Then the third day, maybe if they kill one of our men, we should start going to each division, nearest division around our area. Then we should start burning down those useless police stations with soldiers, barrack, and STF.
Unbelievable.
Then the fourth day, if you know still get response, then we should start visiting all these bakery home, all these places they used to bake our bread. I think we need to touch.
How did we get here? You know, that a fool like this has a big platform speaking to Nigerians. How did we get to a point where the one representing the voice of Nigerians is this moron here? To go after bakeries and bomb places where bread is made? How does this? Man, how does this help fix hunger issue? Burning marketplace and bakeries. How does that fix hunger issue for regular Nigerians? How did we get here? That the voice that is most popular, like one of the voices that you people listen to, because his video got millions of views, guys. And I'm sitting down here telling you all the things that you need to hear that really can help you. And I'm not getting that kind of views. He's getting millions of views for this shitty video. How do we get to a point that people speaking on behalf of Nigerians who they listen to is as moronic as this? How lame that is. How stupid can we be? How gullible can Nigerians be to listen to this fool here? I will go on playing him, and I will let you listen to Very Dark Man's reaction.
Down those useless places again. If still the fourth day the thing no secure, no day as we like him, before we go come begin the think of okay, we'll go attack all those big men for that refill site. You get my point, bro? All those Atiku and the rest. This bad government,
he won't have the guts to mention Atiku's name.
Monday, no going back. 6 sharp. Men are outside. Men must be active.
Now, just imagine this boy. The sad part is that a lot of youths are with this mentality that this boy has.
That's exactly the horrible
part. You think
part.
by burning all these things, you don't touch government. You won't go bomb markets. Government, they work for markets. Government, they sell pepper, they sell tomato. You talk about terminals. Government get Okirika shop for terminals.
This is terrible.
How does that affect the government? You are burning people's property, causing mayhem. You know, stop there. You say you go police station, you go burn those useless police, you go scatter soldier. This is what now you go see why police serve they fear. Do you understand? Analogies don't do it. Can't say police can't buy one person, then they go continue. That means you people want to go and trigger the police to come and be buying people and continue. This is not what we represent.
Okay, let me buttress on what Very Dark Man just said. You know, like triggering the police. Now, when the police is already aware of this, okay, and they get up and go out, okay, the idea is no longer to defend democracy or to prevent riots. The idea is already everybody's at alert. Like the red hot alert. Like the police will be carrying their gun, already alert, and be watching for any attack. Any. So you are telling me now, a policeman with a gun, who's a regular human being, who has a family, who has kids he left back home, is watching you, a peaceful protester, and somebody is right beside you as a protester, yelling, "Permit the police, buy the police." Continue to yell that. And the police who want to go back to his kids at home, listening to that. Tell me the distance between that police listening to that nonsense and pulling the trigger of his gun. Tell me. It's a thin line, a very thin line between peace and war. A very thin line between peace and war. So if you are proposing a protest, and as a protester, you already alerted everybody that there's going to be violence. So tell me why I or anybody in their right sense want to blame a police who want to return to their family peacefully, not to pull trigger. Tell me. When you already put everyone on a red hot alert.
If you want to do protest, want to do a protest to achieve something, not cause more problem in Nigeria. Do you understand? Now, we they talk about me, they go bomb bakery. What is the problem with bakery? How does bakery concern bad government? What is your business with bread in bakery? Misplaced priorities.
Unbelievable, man.
Misplaced priorities. Misplaced priorities. To the youth that are coming out to protest, if this is your mindset, sit down at home and see where this boy they talk this thing for just where they suffer inside crisis year in, year out. I go just the other time where they go buy people for bokos. Just get their own problem. And the ones where they manage to survive, they think about, and a lot of boys in just now have this mentality. Before you know it, from just you don't trigger, you don't go Kano, you don't turn religious crisis. Now we go leave protest, they force religion. Youth, you people better be smart.
You know, I've been saying this for over a week now. Okay? Yeah, I'm glad that people with bigger platform are now on point. Okay? I'm happy about that because I never really want to make this about me or about our platform. I always want to make this about people going about things in the most reasonable manner, in a way that is safe for everybody, in a way that we will be able to channel our anger in the most peaceful way and yet be able to get result. How is burning bakery going to give anybody any reward? Unless you are hungry, you want some bread. How much bread can you eat in a week before all of the bread you steal expires? So why going to the bakery? Why going to the marketplace? Why going to shops unless you want to loot? Unless you plan to loot regular Nigerians who are suffering this problem alongside you. Why going to all these places? So I'm really glad that somebody like Very Dark Man is now voicing his opinion. So someone like Berekete are voicing their opinion. People with big platform are voicing their opinion because the idea has never been about me. It has never been about me trying to say something that will gather momentum just to be able to have you follow me or like me. No, I've never really believed in things like that. Okay? And some of you say shitty things as if I get paid. Look, I'm well okay. By the willing grace of God, I am doing fine. I don't need anybody's shitty money to come and change my narratives. I will say whatever hell I want to say, even if you give me money. I will tell everybody openly, you pay me, and I use your money to eat akara. And yet I will say shitty things about you if you do shitty things. It's never about fame. It's never about money. It's about just voicing down the truth. Nigerian youths, I believe you are leaders of tomorrow. But please don't get carried away by unnecessary anger, unnecessary idiosyncrasy of people who have big platform out there who only choose to mislead you, believing that you are that gullible, and they will tell you any damn thing they want to. Stop believing all this nonsense. Simply because they have big platform doesn't mean they have the license to tell you whatever. And even if they share some whatever, you can tell them, this is my middle finger. I don't have to believe your nonsense. And look, I said to you, this is never about me or you following me or supporting me. I don't need a fan. All I need you to do is listen. All I need you to do is listen. I believe with my experience and with my participation in different organizations and groups of activism, I can tell you better. One activist that has never been part of any political organization, that has been part of no party, I can tell you things. And all I need is for you to believe and listen and do what is right by yourself and your family. Don't get yourself involved in all this shady arrangement that doesn't really have a true agenda. And again, I will say this. Not only did Peter Obi coward in not becoming the true face of this protest, he's letting you guys down. And I'm really happy that some of you Obidients are voicing your opinion out against him. Because one last thing that I expect from his interview is to back out like he's not actually been the face of the protest, telling us that the sponsor of this protest is hunger. That is bullshit. That is just BS. The sponsor of this protest should be known, should be a face, should be a leader. The motive is hunger. The reason behind it is hunger. Bad leadership, like you said. But I always say that bad leadership is not limited to the federal government. It's spread all the way to your state governors, which you must and need to challenge. Not doing that means that you do not know how government really works. Go back to the classroom and learn basic civic responsibility. Basic civic responsibility. Know how your government really works. Stop making things all about the federal government. That is not how it works. Not with us in Nigeria. Not how the Constitution drafted it. There are autonomous power with the governors too. Power that the president has no right to check. I'm saying this again. The governors in states in Nigeria has powers that the president of Nigeria cannot check or control. That is not his job. If he do that, he's overstepping. That is an oversight that is not under his jurisdiction, and he's rightfully breaking law if he tries that. The only group ordained by the Constitution to check each governors in the state are the parliament, which are already in the pocket of these state governors. So if the state parliaments of the state house are already in the pockets of these governors, the next people in line to check these governors are you, Nigerians. if you are planning a protest, you cannot exonerate any of the governors, even if that governor is from Labour Party. Because all these governors have gotten paid huge amount of billions of naira from palliative and from federal allocations, and yet they are doing nothing good with it. So the anger should not be directed only towards the president, but also and more so towards the governors who are letting you down as well, even if that governor is from Labour Party. And as far as Peter Obi is demand, as far as Peter Obi is concerned, demand that the guy should take the lead. At this point in time, at this crossroads that we are in Nigeria, we need leaders like him to take the forefront of protest. Be the sponsor of it. What is wrong in that? Why is he hiding, for God's sake? Why is he chickening out? If they call you out as the face of this protest, so be it. The opposition party, the opposition leader has the right to move the mountain when it comes to protesting against the ruling party. So be it. Don't chicken out. And if you, obedient, are not asking, not demanding that the face of protest should be those who you believe in, then you are as deluded as it comes. Anyway, I have a last video for you. Labour Party and the Obidients. What is going on? What is going on? That is, as in, there is so much trouble in the Labour Party right now that I do not know how else to explain this. So we are just reporting on OGM News that Peter Obi and Kenneth Okonkwo are having issues. Because Kenneth Okonkwo, okay, this guy on the far left of your screen has just abandoned the Labour Party. He's the latest to have abandoned the Labour Party. Of course, Okupe has done that a long time ago. But the latest, the unbelievable latest to abandon Labour Party is Kenneth Okonkwo. He gave all his reasons. So I implore you to go to ogmnewsng.com and read the details. ogmnewsng.com. Go there and read the latest about the reason Kenneth Okonkwo gave for abandoning Labour Party. So what is going on? As in, the Labour Party and the Obidients has so much in their hands to deal with rather than worrying about bad governance. Like, you have too much on your plate right now to worry about in Labour Party than to worry about protesting against APC. Get your shit together. If you do that, then you have the opportunity to appeal to me about whatever protest you are planning. Get your shit together. Labour Party and Obidients. Anyway, that is the last point of today's show from Code Blue. This is Code Blue, and this is Sala Blue from OGM News Nigeria. Code Blue in Nigeria. Now, do us a favor. Follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that every time I'm coming on, you will be right there listening. This is Code Blue, Nigeria, and this is Sala Blue. And I will see you in a GF. Stay tuned, as I will always come on red hot every 4 p.m. Nigerian time and 11 a.m. New York time. See you in the jail.
Code blue. Sala blue. Where you dead now? Where you
The country is in a disaster.
Emergency. The country is in the disaster.
Who they rule this country?
I tell you, stop worshiping the politicians. They're all liars.
What are you talking about? Which politicians are liars?
All of them. Obi is a liar. Tinubu is corrupt. Atiku is very with you. All of them. Okay.
Don't argue with me. This is my show. Okay, this is my show. I don't allow anybody to defend my show. This is my show. Okay, you can get the heck out of this room. This is my show. Get the heck out of this room. I don't handle my duty.
I am saying it categorically. All of them are liars. All of them